The FDA and CDC are investigating cases of rare and severe blood clots reported from that Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. Joining us now to talk more about this is Dr. Joseph Meaney, president of the National Catholic Bioethics Center. Dr. Meaney, thank you so much for joining us today. How do you think this news will impact the overall distribution and supply of COVID-19 vaccines? And exactly what does it mean to pause a particular vaccine?
Sure. So hopefully it will not have too big of an impact, but it is, important. I think the principle of precaution is involved here. If there are several people who have unexplained severe side effects and they could be linked to the vaccine, and 6 women, for instance, that does seem like something that needs to be investigated, and that does justify doing a pause in rolling it out.
As we mentioned, the reason for concern with this particular vaccine is due to rare and severe blood clots known as cerebral venous sinus thrombosis, or CVST. What more can you tell us about this type of blood clot and really why it's so worrisome?
Sure. Well, it's very rare, but it can cause deadly side effects, particularly if it happens in the brain, but also if it happens for the lungs. So it's something that is very rare in the general population. Only 1 in a million or so would have it, and so they're trying to find out if this is going to be a problem with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. There was also concerns with the AstraZeneca vaccine of a similar nature in Europe. So I think there is something to be investigated there, and it seems like it might affect younger people rather than older people.
Yeah, as we mentioned many times, these reactions are really rare. But that being said, what should people look out for if they've had this vaccine when it comes to some warning signs?
Sure. So it seems like it would happen within just a few days. 6 to 13 days is what was the case for these 6 cases that happened. And it's basically, severe headaches, abdominal pain, pain in the arms or legs. Those would be kind of things to be worried about, and to maybe check with your doctor, particularly in that window of a few weeks after the vaccine.
I want to switch gears here just a little bit. These rare blood clots really aren't the only concern with this J&J vaccine. As we know, there are also some ethical concerns. You and I discussed this before. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. I mean, the problem with the Johnson & Johnson and the Oxford AstraZeneca is that both of these were grown in abortion-derived cell lines. So that's kind of the worst ethical profile in terms of links to abortion that a vaccine can have. And, it's not the case with the Pfizer and Moderna, which were only tested using abortion-derived cell lines. So it's clearly, unfortunate because it's not necessary in any way to grow a vaccine in that kind of cell line. And yet the manufacturers chose to do so. So, we're very unhappy that there isn't a completely ethical option that has no connection to abortion currently available.
Well, Dr. Meaney, thank you so much for coming on and weighing in on this for us. We really appreciate it. Dr. Joseph Meaney, president of the National Catholic Bioethics Center.
You're very welcome.